what is up today? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great Monday. Today's video, I'm starting a little mini series, if I can even call it that. This mini series is gonna be how to succeed, not like in life, but how to succeed in school, which for some of you may be all you think about. So I'm gonna be doing like how to succeed in whatever classes you're taking. Let's get on with the video, which is gonna be about English class today, or language arts. Your school could call it many different things, and I don't know what I'm doing with my arms. This is really weird, I'm sorry. Anyways, let's get on with the video. So the first tip is just stay on top of the reading. If you don't do the reading, you're gonna fail, because I know last year I would wait like till the night before and do all the reading, and that was just a bad idea. Doing the reading when it's supposed to be done will just help you. It just kind of sounds obvious, but not a lot of people do the reading on time, or just don't read. And the next tip is about Spark Notes or Cliff Notes or Schmoop or whatever you use that helps you not do the reading. Basically what I do is, for a confusing book, I'll read the Spark Notes for the chapter, and then I'll read the chapter so it's a little bit more clear what's going on in the chapter. And then for a book I mostly understand, I'll read the chapter first and then read the Spark Notes after. I just think the Spark Notes are super helpful, and they kind of summarize the main points of what you're reading or whatever, so then you'll know what to focus on when studying for the quiz or for the test or for whatever. And the next tip is for writing essays. And I know at school they're all like,
oh my gosh, you need to write a little bit of the essay every single day before it's due.
but last year I wrote every single essay. Like, I didn't even think about it until the night before it was due, and I did just fine on them. And that was because I'm motivated more by the date that the assignment's due rather than like the task at hand. My best work is produced writing an essay the night before. That might not work for you, but don't be thinking, oh no, it's such a bad idea that I'm writing the essay the night before. I mean, if you know that that works best for you and you can get a well-written essay done the night before, then by all means do it. Like, I will purposely plan to do the essay the night before. And number 4 has to do with vocab words, and this could honestly apply to any subject, but specifically English. But what you need to do is, when you have a word in a definition, you need to memorize it. So you see like tree, and then you have to come up with the definition, but you also have to do vice versa, where you're given the definition and you have to come up with the word. Because I know a lot of teachers do it where they'll make half of the test in definition form and you have to come up with the word yourself, and then they'll give you the word and you have to come up with a definition. And it's honestly kind of difficult to remember both, even though they're the same, but I don't know, it just helps. And the next tip is for tests and quizzes. After taking your first test or quiz, you'll have a pretty good idea of how your teacher writes the questions. If they're like, what color shirt was the kid wearing on page 6, then you'll know they're super focused on details and you want to get all of the seemingly irrelevant details like kind of memorized. After taking a couple of quizzes and tests, you'll start to understand the flow of the teacher's test writing skills, and then you'll basically be able to predict what their tests are going to look like. And the next tip is what you're going to do before you start reading a book, which is look up major themes, symbolism, character descriptions, just so you have a feel of the book before you start reading it, and then you can look as you're reading it for those major themes and characters and symbolism. So it just will give you an idea of what you're looking for in the book, and that's always good. So, and the next tip is, if you're given like reading guides or reading questions, what I think is super helpful is doing the reading guides as you're reading, or else you're gonna do the reading and then you're gonna look at the reading guide and you're gonna be like, what? I totally forgot what happened. And the reading guides obviously guide you in your reading, so they'll kind of aim you towards what you need to be focusing on for that chapter. Next thing is for writing essays, and my major tip for writing essays is make the introductory paragraph super good, because that's what the teacher is gonna be paying the most attention to. Because if you're a teacher and you're reading an essay and the beginning is super boring, you're just gonna be bored for the rest of the essay. If you read an essay and the intro paragraph is super well done, they're gonna want to continue reading, and that just leaves a good impression with the teacher. And also for an essay, when I like proofread other people's essays, people tend to use the same words over and over again. And I mean, people do that in speech in real life, but in an essay, when you actually have time to like sit down, write, revise, I mean, in a lot of essays you're gonna be like blah 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 shows, and you could just use the thesaurus and look up a synonym for so many of the words. And I mean, thesauruses are your friends, but make sure you know the meaning of the synonym before you use it. it in the essay. And finally, this applies to both reading and writing. While you're reading the book and you know that you're gonna have to do an essay after you finish the book, look for important but general quotes and highlight them like crazy, because a lot of the quotes in books that are super general you will be able to use for whatever your essay prompt is. So that was it for today's How to Succeed video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope some of these English tips and tricks helped you. Let me know if you have any other tricks that help you in English class. Anyways, just let me know in the comments, and I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching.